everybody, welcome back to Mike Lewis Gaming. I'm of course Mike, and this is going to be a quick rules overview for The Walking Dead All-Out War. Just a real quick refresher before we get the anthology set. This is the rulebook that comes with the starter set. Each turn, players can take these actions. You can move, search, stand up, swap items, a special action from cards, or your abilities, which Rick here has blood ties, which is with Carl, and his leader ability is stay calm. Rick may perform this in place of a hold your nerve action. Roll one of the blue dice, which I didn't grab out, and reduce the threat level by that many points. Why didn't I grab the blue die? Did I not see it? Nope. I know seeing it. Hey, there's Daryl Dixon. And then you can shoot, hide, hold your nerve, which is his special. You can do stay calm instead, or you can make noise. So this is what the cards look like. That's the back. You got the image, how many points they cost, what dice they use for melee, shooting, and defense, their nerve, their hit points. Hit points are tracked by this little X thing, and on the back it has, it's supposed to have a bite mark. Apparently that one does not have a bite mark. Merle just flew away. Oh, it's actually, this is the health marker, and then the bite mark on the back. So that would go there. And then if you get bit, you flip it over, and well, when you get bit, we'll just go over that now. Each turn you have to roll this. If you get a shield, nothing happens. If you don't get a shield, so he got hurt and he got bit. He failed on the beginning of his turn, so he loses hit point. When he gets to here, he is replaced by a walker. So boom. Alright, the walkers have one red and one red dice for melee and defense. If they outnumber you, they can get up to 5 dice. So if you're surrounded by walkers, they hit a lot harder, so they become more dangerous. Then you have your event cards that tell you alarm, won't stay down. For each prone walker, roll blue die or the black die. On a shield, the walker gets up. If there are no prone walkers, add 1 to the threat level. The herd. This all prone walkers immediately stand up. All eligible walkers within 8 inches of the chosen walker also move. Threat level goes up. Threat level goes up by 2. 2 red dice of walker enter play. So you roll that, and it would only be 1 in this case. And then each move towards the nearest survivor. So if he enter play here, he'd move towards Daryl. And yeah, so event cards help you randomize the zombies' movement and actions and whatnot. And then you have equipment cards, which you can't find during the mission. You can only buy them. So you got like the revolver, it causes mayhem, adds a red die to your range attack. So if Rick was using it, his range is a blue. And then because you're using the revolver, he'd roll these. And that's 2 hits there. So we're just going to go over a few simple, and this is the panic die. Each one does something different, which I think are on the back of here, right? Shoot, panic, melee, panic, panic, panic. Apparently, yeah, okay, it's right here. So the feet is run away. So if he panicked, he just move 8 inches straight away from where he is at. The question mark means terrified. You can only do one action. That means you can do only perform one action, and it may not cause noise or mayhem. You can't shoot or run or anything like that. The face there is screaming, makes noise, and then you can take one action, adds to the threat level, and that's you go berserk. You act normally and add a red die to your melee attacks, and it increases the threat level by 1. Threat level matters for these because you have all quiet, medium, and high. They also matter, like if you look at Rick here, he has high nerve. So on here, if he gets up to 18, it's above high, he can break. So if he's at, we'll say he's a medium threat, so as soon as it hits 14, or nerve, you roll that, he's fine. If you roll a blank, he has to roll this dice. It's just showing that you're breaking down during the apocalypse. So we'll just go over the actions real quick. Moving's easy enough. This is a side for the people. You can move 4 inches sneaking. So boom, doesn't make any noise unless the walker can see you. It doesn't matter, but he won't shamble at you. If you run, so you're here and you go to here, boom. Anything within 10 inches can hear you and they would automatically shamble towards you because you made noise. So that's how the zombies move about the board. You don't have to worry about who's he go after. If he runs and makes noise, he goes after him, easy peasy. Moving over stuff like this, it's a barricade. You can, if he's sneaking, just go right over top of it. No climb test or anything needed. If you're trying to sneak over the car, you have to roll this. If you get a shield, you can go over and your move's done. If you get a blank, your movement's over. You can't move again, and you have just stayed there. You can perform your second action if you have one, but you have to pass the climb test. Cars count as elevated position, so if this was here and he was prone, you get on the car, you can shoot at him. If he's laying down and you're here, nothing happens. The way combat works, zombie has 1. We'll just say Rick has that revolver we had looked at. So he'd roll his 2. Zombie would roll his 1. So Rick rolled 3 with an exclamation point, which is awesome because that helps explain everything. That negates 1, so he hit it twice. Regular damage, pushes him back and knocks him down in range. And then the exclamation point means headshot, so he's gone. Now, if it would have been that, it would have just been 1 damage. Rick would have knocked him down with the pistol. And then zombies can try to stand up on a shield. So we're on a shield, that one stand back up, and the following turn it can move and attack and everything like that. Melee combat, we'll just say Rick is unarmed. Well, he has the pistol, so we'll show that first. If the zombies attack, it's in his melee phase, he can shoot the pistol first, and he hit, and the zombies missed, he'd shoot him backwards if he uses his handgun. In regular melee, Rick has a white die, and Walker has a red die. So Walker hit him twice, Rick blocked none, and has an exclamation point. So that's 2 damage and a bite. So now Rick's infected, and every turn he starts, he has to do that. The infection hurt him, took him down to 3. When shooting, like when Rick hit the headshot, we rolled that, you also have to do an ammo check. Rick's now out of ammo, so that 22 is useless from here on out. So biting, ammo check, moving. At the end of the player's turn, say Rick is there, say Rick's trying to get through there. The kill zone template for the zombie phase, you have action phase where you do all your stuff with your characters, then you have the event phase where you pull the card, they do what they do, and then melee phase, Oh, well, event phase, all walkers will attack the closest survivor in their kill zone. So, kill zone, Rick's in it. That zombie would jump on him. So that's at the end of the event phase. Melee phase, if there's any melee, you increase the threat level by 1. So that would go up. You split the combats as equal as you can. Player with initiative chooses. So if you're playing against each other, whoever has initiative chooses what combats go first. If you're playing solo, you just pick. If you're playing cooperative, you just pick. And then you resolve each melee attack and find out what happens. End phase. So say Rick just knocked him backwards in melee. You roll the black die for each prone walker. Blank, no effect, so he'd stay down. This is when you roll this for the bitten. Rick would be fine. Resolve any end of turn effects for event cards or whatever. Pass initiative if you're playing against each other and start a new turn. If you're playing against each other, like we have these two, I'd move him and then like Negan can move and then I can move him. That's how that would work. Now Daryl isn't in the game. That's obviously from No Sanctuary, not Mantic, because they use the comic book characters, which I do have. We have some more coming with the anthology. The only other thing I really forgot is the equipment cards is what you can buy in between missions. The supplies are what you can find during missions, which is kind of the whole point of going out. Like this one is nothing. You found nothing of use, and you have hockey sticks, tire irons, bandages, a lurker, which is a zombie that pops out and attacks you, reloads, booby traps, 2x4, old gun, metal pipe, and football pads. Now, this is just a starter deck, so these are small decks. The anthology comes with big decks, and I'm pretty sure we can still use these. Same with the equipment, because in here you get grenades and adrenaline, bandages, hatchets, knives, ball bat, lucky hat, 9mm. Some of them, lucky hat, armor head, Carl Grimes only, so only Carl can use that. Lucille, Negan only, which when we do our campaign, I might make it to where if like Negan dies, this goes into the supply thing, and then a couple 22s, but those will also be much more in depth once we get the anthology set that we ordered. The last thing of interest before we actually get it and start playing is I found this website. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe I'll put it in the description if I can remember. Lets you make your own cards. So we made Clementine for my daughter because Clementine's in Lee and her actual favorite character is Kenny. But here's a 3D version of Clementine. Some, most of the zombies and stuff I'm going to be using that's 3D printed are mine. I can sell them, but Clementine obviously I can't. So 4 hit points, her stats, her nerve. Special rules, Hunter, survivor does not have movement when moving through area terrain. So like the ruined building here has all the rubble, so your movement would be half going through there so you don't fall. She'd just be able to scoot right through because she's little and nimble, basically. But yeah, same size as the actual cards. Beautiful. We can also do event cards, zombie cards, item and supply cards with this site. So we're going to be able to really customize our experience and have a good bit of fun, I think. The 3D printed guys over there are a bunch of zombies, just extras. I like all mine to be individual, and like I said, these are ones that we made. So the firefighter, this is one of our original characters, Meg. One of my first characters I made professionally. Got a big boy. So there, those guys will be in the game. But they probably will also be on sale eventually, either through our YouTube shop or a website or something, War Game Vault maybe. But that's going to do it for this episode, y'all. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're excited about the upcoming Walking Dead gameplay, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.